Who is in your studio, though?
The Member of Parliament for Bekwai.
Bekwai. Okay. So, I would like to address this issue as a Deputy General Secretary. And of course, I wouldn't convey to you the position of the presidency in this matter. Except to add that I've heard a lot of commentaries on the matter involving my colleague. You see, when you analyze the video, you will see that my brother Sammy Gyamfi, who we all know was extending a gesture which, most of our NDC colleagues, senior people, juniors feel that it shouldn't have been given to the person that the gesture was extended to. And we respect that. We have also heard a lot of Ghanaians express some concern. And we respect that also. Look, President Mahama have constituted for the people of Ghana a very humble, conservative government. All right? We, as young people, have been given the privilege to serve. Just as Sammy Gyamfi, a young man, within 2-3 months, have been able to set up a gold board. If gold trade have anything to do with the cedi depreciation and the debt in terms of the dollar falling, then it means that we should actually be praising this young man. If you gave the same tax to the MPP, including my colleagues sitting in your studio, they will go and form an agapadia around it and plan how to steal the money. That is what their track record have been. And so they are behaving as if $800 is what one have not seen before. Sammy Gyamfi, even before the issues will start, recognize that morally, he ought not have extended that gesture. He respected the concerns that have been expressed. He respected and acknowledged the fact that even our rank and file believe that it shouldn't have been done. And he apologized for it. He apologized because of courtesy. He apologized because of, public officer citizens' respect. He apologized because he's a young leader who accepts criticisms and willing to accept the fact that we must fail, we must learn, we must rise, and we must move on, much as we serve the public. It is not everything we do every day that will be right. But when you have leaders who acknowledge their wrongs, who take responsibility of their conduct, to say that, look, in as much as one, Sammy Gyamfi have not committed a crime. He has not spent public resources. There's no evidence to suggest that he has stolen money. He has not broken any law, but morally people have criticized him. He thanked the people of Ghana and apologized for it.
So, Mustapha, you condemn what many are describing as show of opulence by Mr. Gyamfi in this matter?
It is not about condemnation. It is about taking responsibility. Whilst we live at the mercy of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who himself is not a clearing agent, this man sitting at your studio with his leadership and party supervised opulence, stealing, corruption. They supervised arrogance in power, where they took delight in stealing from the people of Ghana.
I mean, the issue...
They actually stole money as if... They stole money as if Ghana didn't have owners. For the past 8 years, destroyed businesses.
Can we come to the issue, Mustapha? Can we come to the issue? Because now...
No, you see, I get very offended when people who lack the moral credibility to talk about issues come to sit in studios and they want to politicize some trivial issues.
But it is the same. It is the same issue. You think that some aspect was not done right.
How clean? We will take this criticism from media people, the people of Ghana, not anybody from the MPP headquarters or the minority. The same people who have put us in a problem. The same people who have brought the standard of politics so low that if you mention to anybody you are a politician, it has suspicious.
But they have quoted, Mustapha, the MPP at this news conference, quoted the relevant laws that they think that Sammy Gyamfi by his action has broken, including the anti-money laundering law, even your own code of conduct that was launched by the president himself.
They never saw a law when Kanofurata's companies were taking loans as a finance minister and taking percentage as fees. They never saw anything wrong with that. They never saw it. They never saw it when President Akufo-Addo appointed his brothers into government. They never saw it. Incompetent brothers into government. They never saw it when Cecilia Dapa kept millions of dollars under his bed. They never saw it.
So therefore, we should accept what Sammy Gyamfi has done as perfect and equal to whatever you think that the MPP did in the last 8 years.
Sammy Gyamfi's apology to the people of Ghana is a humble one. It's one that is expressed in good faith. To all of you, we believe that as human beings, as leaders, we will stumble at some point. But having taken responsibility, and I have seen a lot of Ghanaians and people react to his apology to say, okay, it shouldn't happen next time. But, I get very concerned when these people, MPP, can go and organize a press conference because of $800, but fail to apologize to the people of Ghana of the atrocities they committed in the last 8 years. When President Akufo-Addo didn't just supervise corruption, we also supervised disrespect. We also supervised stealing. He also supervised destruction of our country. These people sit down and they want to organize a press conference to say Sammy Gyamfi should be sacked. He has broken a law. They never saw even a law being broken by the conduct of Edu Buahen. So, you see, these MPP people, it is never about nation building. It's all about trying to score political goals. To say, oh, okay, Cecilia Dapa is equivalent to Sammy Gyamfi. Anybody who does that is a mad person.
So the demands they are making, I mean, one of them is the fact that this matter should be handled and further investigated by the Office of the Special Prosecutor or the CID. If you say that Sammy Gyamfi maybe for beyond poor indiscretion, he's done nothing wrong, then I mean his innocence will be established by this body. Will you support further probe into this matter?
At this point, I would like to apply myself to the teeming number of reasonable Ghanaians who say, okay, it should never have happened. It shouldn't happen again. He hasn't broken a law, but we think that because of where he is, it shouldn't have happened. That gesture, even though was of all good intentions, it didn't sit well with a lot of people. I think they are right, and we take responsibility and join our colleague to still apologize to the people of Ghana. It will never happen. We will keep learning, but it doesn't give anybody from the MPP an audacity to sit on TV and to want to criticize this matter, because they don't have any moral credibility as far as corruption-related offenses are concerned. They themselves represent corruption. That is what we have seen in the last 8 years.
And then also, look, brother, I don't know whether you are aware, but a private citizen who calls himself Amedodo, he's petitioned the strive. I mean, raising issues with what he described as, questionable money lodged in 2 accounts belonging to Mr. Sammy Gyamfi at the Consolidated Bank. And according to him, the amount standing in the 2 accounts amounts to almost 100 million Ghana cedis. He's asking Strike to further probe these matters. What will be your reaction to this as well before I bring in Professor
President Mahama have made it very clear that he intends to run a transparent government. And he has often cautioned that those who have been privileged and appointed to serve must do so with the highest standard of credibility and integrity. And at this point, the fact that some gesture has gone wrong and the fact that responsibility have been taken will not convince me to say that my brother Sammy Gyamfi has lodged questionable monies. Hey, we have evidence of MPP ministers involved in money laundering. They shouldn't start, because when they start, they would have to run out of this country. Someone will begin to bring it out. We know MPP appointees who didn't have land cruisers before the appointment and they own now properties in cantonment. If that is the way to go, we are ready for them. But I don't think that we'll waste our time on these matters. If someone lodges a complaint against any appointee, he or she will make himself available for the laws to be tested.
All right.
But when it gets to their turn, they should be willing to allow the laws to be tested as well.
All right, Mustapha, hold it